everybody, I'm glad you're here today. Today is July 10th, 2024. In this video, I'm going to bring you a word that I actually wrote down in the evening on July 8th, 2024. It's at the end of this video. I'm going to bring that to you. Stay and watch it. You're going to find comfort in it. You're going to find comfort. It's not earth-shattering. It's just comforting. So I'm going to read that to you. Not very long. You'll like it. I hope to read from Philippians to you. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I'm going to show you this product that I bought because one of the wonderful viewers, y'all are the rock stars here for sure, suggested this to me, and I'm like, where have I been? Where has this product been all of my life? So I love it. I'm going to show it to you. So that's what's going to happen in this video. I want to tell you what I have noticed in the world right now. Hang on. Is that there's this circus going on, and I'm not going to buy tickets to it. You can if you want, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch that. And it's all of this political thing, all of this political whatever's going on there. I think they don't want you to look at what's going on here. So that's kind of what I'm wondering about. So I am just trying not to plug into that too much. I want to say that there's one thing I heard on Duramax News, World News, which I think is a legit source for news. They wrote in one of their little blips that at the NATO meeting going on currently, all 32 countries are going to put forth a civil defense program because the military units of all of our countries will be preoccupied with actual war with Russia and China, and that people who are at home need some kind of civil defense. And so they're going to instigate a program. I don't know if it's an across-the-board program, everybody doing the same thing. I couldn't get a feel for exactly what it's going to be, but I thought, okay, well, that's telling. Once again, it reinforces this thought that I believe war is coming. I'm wondering, is it going to be a cold war, which would be the best case scenario, or is it going to be a hot war, which would be like, I hope not, but I kind of am leaning towards the hot war at the moment. I've lived the Cold War, and I didn't think it was all that bad. My life just went on regular. So, yeah, I don't know. But if they're starting to train the civilians, I'd like to see how that's going to roll out. Yeah. So I find that I raised my eyebrows at that. I thought, they have an agenda, and that's a piece of that puzzle. Okay, it really reinforces, like I said, what I've already thought. So that was what I raised my eyebrow over in the last 48 hours. I want to tell you what's happened in my community in the last 48 hours. I should have gone on here and made a video. I didn't. Y'all, one thing. Okay, I'll talk to you about the community first. We've had a friend who farms and got his arm caught in a hay baler. All right? So that's like, y'all can imagine. Okay, it's a horrific accident. He's a young guy in his 30s. They've had to amputate mid-arm. The drama of a story like that in an agricultural community, those of you who are in small town ag communities, even other industries, like I don't understand lobster or fishing industries, but I know that you're a close community too, but just doing a different thing, kind of like farmers, but you're fisher people. So I get that. It's not just ag, but when that happens in small communities, it sends a ripple throughout. Everybody is bothered by it immensely because it can happen to anyone at any time. Agricultural industries, big farm equipment is dangerous. In fact, just over the weekend, we had a man die, another young man die, who climbed up on top of one of the big sprinklers, that are like industrial farmer, okay? I mean, we're not Y'all know what I'm talking about? I mean, they have towers. They're a good 10, 15, 17, 18 feet above the ground. He was working on it. A chain broke, slung, and hit him and killed him instantly. He fell to his death. His family, well, I'm not going to go into more details, but that happened this weekend. So our world, our little community and our world has been shaken quite a bit, just from living, just from daily life. All right, so that's going on. All right. The thing about this man, and we go to church with this young man who got his hand caught in the hay baler. He had 2 children with him, a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old. The 11-year-old had to drive the pickup from the field, the middle of the field, to the highway so that the ambulance could get to him. So that's the kind of people we are. All right, that's the kind of people we've been for centuries. And I know that other people who don't live here have their own little gigs that they do that's stinking amazing. That's our culture in small town, and we try to feed the world with farming, and it's a very, very dangerous business. And so that has shaken our family a little bit, shaken our church. Personally speaking, coming out, and I'm shifting. Okay, we're shifting the subject matter here. So shift your brain with me. Coming out of the holiday last week for me, and having family and having company, I've had to take some time to kind of just revive myself. I mean, I found it exhausting. I find having company exhausting. I know maybe there was a time I was energized by it. I don't but now I don't mind people being around me, my family, my extended family. I'm just like, it disrupts so much, and there's so much I want to be doing instead of just sitting and visiting. So forgive me, I'm like confessing here, but I like I said, I found it to be delightful, but it was draining emotionally and physically. And so I've had to kind of kick back a little bit. So I haven't made as many videos as I should have, but there you go. Do y'all ever have that? I mean, tell me I'm not by myself here. Sometimes you feel like I'm the only one who is glad when the family drives out of the driveway. See ya. Tell me I'm not the only person on the face of the planet like that, please. So that's another thing I've been on. I've confessed to you, I've been on the struggle bus with that. So, but what has helped me is this product right here. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. This is Kirkland Signature Stretch Tight Plastic Food Wrap. Okay, that's what it looks like. All right, it's 750 feet. Oh yeah, baby, if you're going to do this right. All right, 750 square feet. 750 square feet. There's a difference in that. And here's what this box says. It says, more cling, more stretch, more strength. Oh, that's delightful. I think, oh yeah, if I'm going to be using a plastic wrap, that's what I want. I hate plastic wrap. Me and plastic wrap wrestle. If I ever get, which like saran wrap, okay? Yeah, I get saran wrap, and we just have a wrestling match every time I pull it out. I'm like, what the heck? I cannot get this thing to work. It will not, do y'all... I guess I need affirmation today, y'all. I mean, tell me. So this eliminates all of my frustration. First of all, after we talked about the first aid needing plastic wrap in a first aid situation, like the Latvian how to act in case of war brought that to my attention, I thought, oh yeah, well, all plastic wraps are not made alike. And I'm new to this party, so I was like, oh, I did not know about this. Now, this pulls out. What I love about this is it is actually stronger. Okay, so it pulls out, okay? And the thing is, you just lay it over this zipper thing here Do y'all see the zipper? You have to, the zipper's inside the tube. So if you get this and you're like, where's the zipper? It's inside the tube. If you read the directions, it actually tells you that. All I have to do to rip this off is this. Look at this. Did y'all see that? That is all I have to do. And look what happens. It just comes off. Boom. Just like that. Is that amazing or what? I'm not tearing a box apart. I'm not saying a cuss word, y'all. I just like zippity doo dah. There you go. I got me a saran wrap, and I can wrap my leftovers with this. So that is that. But I will tell you this. Now let's talk first aid right quick. Now I did have, was this a viewer? I think it might have been. And this is stronger, and it is thicker. It is wonderful. So this, as far as first aid, it talked about wrapping, if there were any open wounds, chest wounds, abdominal wounds, whatever, pack it as you can with gauze or whatever, and then wrap it with saran wrap, get to the hospital. It may buy you 30 minutes extra time doing something that way. Put their guts back in and get to the hospital. That was the description. I was like, holy cow, I haven't even thought about that. I hope I never have to do that. But I might. I don't know. I hope not. But another thing this can do, as far as first aid is concerned, is if you don't have Band-Aids. I was looking for homemade Band-Aids. Y'all, this is homemade Band-Aids. Okay? So clearly, especially farmers, I've seen farmers do this. I've seen men do this that don't farm. I've seen all kinds of people do this. If you tear up your hand, like cut it up, whatever, and if you don't have any bandages, just put a paper towel on it and wrap it in duct tape. Okay? Until you can get home and wash it. I've seen that. Duct tape. You can do that. And that is a type of Band-Aid. But so is this. Because this is moisture. It will not get moisture in there. So if you tear up your finger or your hand or whatever, let's just pretend. Let's pretend my finger's all tore up. Now I can wrap it. Oh, I didn't even bring a paper towel. Y'all can imagine. I can put a paper towel on that. See, I still need to work. I'm still putting together the chicken coop because let's pretend like there's a freeze coming in. Those chickens and get in that coop, and I don't have time to go inside the house and get this, or maybe I'm out of Band-Aids. Who knows? I got to get back out and work on that coop. So wrap the wound in paper towels and wrap this around it. It will be secure. It will keep it from getting moisture in it. If you need to wrap it around your hand, whatever you got to do. But do you see this? Look, that's not going anywhere. Look at that. If I'd wrap this with saran wrap or Glad wrap or whatever, I guarantee you this wouldn't be sticking. All right? But I'm wrapping it. Oh no, y'all. I'm wrapping it with Kirkland. I'm wrapping it with Kirkland Signature Stretch Tight Plastic Food Wrap. Oh yeah, that's what I'm wrapping this with. So that's going to stay. I love this. My favorite part is the zipper. All right? So there you go. This was like, y'all, I think it was around $12, $15 on Amazon. Not that much. Worth it. I love it. So there you go. We had some fun with that. I don't know if I said this or not, but I don't get any kickback from that product. I don't believe in any of that. This is a free channel. I get nothing. That way I can be honest as can be. So there you go. Look, I mean, that's not going anywhere. Just imagine if my guts were hanging out and we had to wrap it with that. I mean, I could at least get to the hospital, potentially. Okay, so there is that. I love that. Get you some of that if you need it. I'm also going down another road because our electricity went out the other night. Like, it's doing that every other week. Our electricity's been going out. Don't even know why. Yeah, I realized some things that I was like, I think I need to make some changes to my preps. And so I'll bring that to you later. We are experiencing dreams and visions in the Lord still. I'm not bringing you every one. I'm just not. But the Lord is showing us. I would take this moment in this video to invite you. What are you dreaming? What are you hearing in the Lord? What are you writing in your journals? Love reading that. I find it fascinating that even though we don't know each other, We belong to each other in Christ. And because of that, the Lord is giving us all similar messages. And because of this social media platform, we can talk to each other and go, yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. It's so affirming. You are not, I'm going to just, how much time do I have? You're not alone. I will be honest with you right now. I was scared to start this channel and start talking about what my dad was dreaming, what my daughter was dreaming. What I was seeing in visions. I was afraid because I thought, I hope no one thinks I'm crazy. But then I found out the people I know don't watch my channel. So I'm pretty safe now. That's how I feel. There's a few that watch it that know me, that are very kind and gracious and understand and supportive. But, you know, y'all, I would encourage you that don't be scared to share it, all right? Don't be afraid to comment. And some of the best comments are just emoji hearts or prayers or whatever. That helps me to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to make another video. Okay, so thank you all for everything you share and everything I learned from you. I made ghee this morning because of y'all, and it went well. It worked. So anyway, all right, now I'm going to read to you from my journal, and then if we have time, I'm going to read from Philippians 3. If we don't, that's okay. I'll read from it another video. Okay, this is July 8th, 2024. This was 9:05 at night. I was literally, y'all, I was on the struggle bus with some things about what's going to happen, what is happening, what should I do? And it wasn't panic and it wasn't fear. For those of you who say, Christians don't fear. Well, you know, how does it feel to walk on water? That's kind of how I want to, you know, I get, and I mean that generally speaking, all right, y'all? I haven't nailed it down, y'all. Sometimes I struggle with fear. And that is okay. My Lord knew and knows I was going to do that. And He is there for me to help me. And He's there for you to help you. I wish I could say, oh, I'm fearless all the time. Well, heck, I'm not. So I was having a moment here on July 8th. Granted, I was tired from my company, but here you go. This is what the Lord said to me. July 8th, 2024, child, you must live among the living. Walk in the life you live now. Anticipation for future events is only useful when you live more in the now than in the later. What you are feeling now is pure and simply weariness. I will give you rest. Lean your weary head upon me and let me give you rest. The now life you live in, the flesh, is meant to create in you gratitude. I'll read that again. The now life you live in the flesh is meant to create in you gratitude. And that was it. And I know that's not earth-shattering, and I know it's not talking about nuclear this or war this, but y'all, we get tired. We get weary. And the Lord's like, just lay your head down. And we also get churned up sometimes about when these events are going to happen that we've seen, that the Lord has revealed to us, how they're going to happen, who they're going to happen to first, and all of these scenarios. And I admit I like thinking about that. I like wondering about that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, except when I get off balance and I start thinking about it more, what might be going to happen, than living in the now and enjoying what is happening and being thankful, having a spirit of thankfulness and gratitude to Father for what He's given me. So I'm just going to get on here and share these things with you. We'll read Philippians later. If you have a chance to crack open that Bible and read Philippians 3, you need to. That is the supreme inspired word of God that we follow. 100%. The truth. And so I'm going to leave you with that. If you don't know Jesus, come to him now. He loves you very much. He is the hope that will get you through everything in life. Stay safe, America. This is Gina Lima Charlie. I'm out.